I'd like to welcome you guys to another OneTake review. There were 3 movies at the end of last year I did not get to see before the year was over with. I, Tanya, The Shape of Water, and The Florida Project. I saw I, Tanya last week, and I just saw The Florida Project and The Shape of Water. So they just say it's been a pretty good one. So first off, I want to, you know what I'm saying, do this review on The Florida Project, which this movie, for me, it pretty much pointed out a couple of things that I've seen. I haven't lived this movie, but I've seen this movie lived out for the past 23 years of my life, in all honesty. It's a reflection of everything I've seen growing up and pretty much. And the thing I like to say is that it did it so right. If that's the best way to say it. It stars basically like a little girl named Mooney and her mother Haley, who and a couple of other friends just in the neighborhood. William Defoe stars as the manager of like the apartment complex or like the motel. I don't know exactly what it is. Projects, I don't know. But it just takes place over the summer. I read it's pretty much in like the synopsis. It just takes place over the summer. They live right outside of like Disneyland. But you look at their living conditions and you'll see like, yo, this is not how you want to live. This is not how you want to come up. Her mother, Haley, loves her daughter Mooney a lot, but you can tell what kind of mother she is. She seems to be like a younger mother. She doesn't really work. She pretty much hustles to get everything. She doesn't have a real job, and that's how she comes up, and that's how she raised her daughter. And her daughter pretty much has her friends, and she's a little badass. You know, you go to the hood, you see them little badass kids who will cuss you out, call you a bitch, and all that shit, and do whatever. That's pretty much who Mooney and her little friends and little Scooty. Scooty's mom name is Ashley, I think, and her and Haley are best friends for the most part, and their kids are best friends, and you just going on this journey with them, and for the most part, I was watching, and I wondered like, where exactly is this movie going, or is it's just pretty much showing you like the insight of how they have to live, because her mom, she sells like perfume. Ashley works at like a restaurant, and she just sneaks food out the back to get to the kids so that her kids can eat. Well, her kid and Haley and her kid can eat as well, and it's just like a real grimy hustle. And like I said, I've seen this for the past 23 years of my life. I know exactly where I live. I know exactly how it works. I know mothers like her. I know kids. Believe me, I know kids like her very, very well. I wasn't a kid like that myself, but I know whenever I go back home to the hood, it's just like, yo, little kids hanging out the window throwing finger signs or stealing from you. Just bad at the kid, but you pretty much cool with it because you know them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not really a big bother to them unless they do something like just real bad or wicked. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you just rock with them. And to me, this movie orchestrated everything that like a hood. This doesn't take place in the hood, but it projects like the hood image, and like that single mother. We have no idea what the Mooney's father is. We never see him. We just see they living from day to day, week to week. You know what I'm saying, with food and money and as far as I'm concerned, a place to sleep at. And you see it, and I feel like they did a great job at showing that struggle and how people change over time. Because there's fights that they've shown in this film that the people just outside watching, then the police come, they're like, oh, you gotta stop this. I'm telling you, it is verbatim the stuff I've seen for my entire fucking life. I'm 24 now, but for 23 years I lived in like the same spot or whatever. So I know exactly what it's like, and you see it, and from seeing the trailers, I didn't know exactly what this movie was gonna be. I just saw like, yeah, I want to follow the kid, because I really like movies that like star little kids, because they really just there to enjoy themselves and put on a performance. But the little girl Brooklyn Prince, who plays Mooney, does a hell of a job in this role, you know, and it's so believable. It's kind of not even like a movie. It's just like somebody got a camera and just went follow these people around as they lived like the ordinary everyday life. And the mother Haley is that rebellion. You know what I'm saying? She seemed like a person who stayed in some trouble. She stayed doing shit. She's a loose cannon. But if you just watching it, you pretty much can tell on how her background is, how she came up, and why her daughter's the way she is, because she pretty much lets her daughter do whatever she wants to do. She's freelancing. That's what it's all about. And it's a very good, well shot. It's certain times in where the camera is just far away from people, but it's following them, and it just pans over and over until they get close to the camera. William Dafoe's great. The acting in it is great from top to bottom. To me, it's a great story that I've seen before, but I don't think I've seen it done this well in a movie before. Because of course there are some movies who do it and they over exaggerate certain things, but I feel like this kept the realistic factor. They're like, it's like some hood movies like, oh, there's somebody just got shot every fucking day or something. There's somebody always getting shot. No, this seems more realistic. It seems more like the hood I was accustomed to being in and being around, and the way things flowed and the way people acted, and that's pretty much how it really is. And I thought it was great. I've been waiting to see it for quite some time. Finally got to catch it. Super good. You definitely should check it out. I think there's only let me get it one. There's one issue I have with this movie. The last couple minutes are very, very good, but I think the last minute and 30, like literally like the last minute and 37 seconds, or last minute of this movie is just weird. And it doesn't seem to I didn't understand it. It didn't seem to match everything else that happened in the movie. That was my only issue. It just, I don't know why it happened like that. I feel like they could have done something completely different, and just been simpler. But what they did for like that last little minute of the movie just didn't really make sense to me. I understood it, kinda, sorta, but from based on the location they're in, but I still just I don't think it was a good way to end it. That didn't take away from the movie. It just because it's like 1 minute, but at the same time, you remember it. Like, I don't understand why they did that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you've seen it down in the comments. If you did, let me know what you think. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, and I'll catch up with y'all later.